I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse. Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walk the mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. I sadly mistaken, I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Dave's Doghouse. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing today?
My guy, you in the doghouse.
What's up? It's late. Well, dog won't stop barking. Man, 12:17. It is Sunday. 17 minutes after midnight. And we are live doing a late show for Dave's Doghouse. Got some great topics to talk about today. Today. It's the next day now. Oh, man. What an incredible World Series this has been so far. It's been a great World Series. The NBA season just started. You know, Tatum is on a revenge tour. He's averaged at least 15 points in the first quarter in each of the first 3 games this season. Man, it's going to be some candidates next week. You know, probably next Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't know. We'll see. It's definitely going to be an exciting show. I can't wait for that episode. But for right now, man, we got to talk about the doghouse for this week. And you know, we got someone that's finally coming out of the doghouse. And as you look across this right here, there's a person in here whose offense is one of the best in the NFL so far. Who might that be, you ask? It's the Ravens offensive coordinator, Todd Monken. He is in charge of an offense that has been on fire and won their last 5 games in a row. They are 5-2, sitting at number 1 in the AFC North right now. Tied with the Pittsburgh Steelers at 5-2. They're rivals. But Todd Monken this offense has gotten a lot better. And I think it's without a doubt that he deserves to be out of the doghouse for this week. Lamar Jackson is in the MVP race along with Derrick Henry. Zay Flowers has been having a good season so far. Bateman has had a good season so far. This offense is really good. It's one of the best in the league, if not the best offense in the entire NFL. This offense is awesome, and Todd Monken deserves to be out. So, Todd Monken, you are now out of the doghouse, my man. So, welcome. All right. Now, as we add to the stage of who is up for this one, who will be getting some puppy chow, man. That's it. That's all we give to people in the doghouse. We give them puppy chow. You know, puppy chow and water. Got some great candidates to talk about. One, which happens to be a quarterback who used to be at Ohio State. You know, with Ryan Day, he was able to win some games last year. Oh my goodness. But he is now in a new place. You know, I would like to call this place the place that Carmelo built, even though he's a basketball player and this guy's a football player. Syracuse is known for winning the national championship. Um, and Melo was on that team. But you know, Jim Boeheim, there's a lot of you could talk about a lot of guys that were at Syracuse. This quarterback for Syracuse, his name is Kyle McCord. Kyle McCord. Now, you may say, wait, Dave, he's actually had not a bad season so far. I get it. This is Dave's Doghouse. We do dogs of the week. And sometimes it could be someone from a bad game, a bad stretch, whatever you call it. But what his performance was, just last game, which was last night, I believe, he threw 3 pick sixes in the first half, 4 interceptions. This was against Pitt, number 19 team in the country. They are undefeated, of course. So it's not like Pitt's an absolutely terrible team. And they got routed 41-13. 41-13. That was ridiculous. Kyle McCord in this game threw the ball 64 times, completed 35 of 64 passes. He threw for 321 yards, but I mean, you throw the ball 64 times, you should be able to throw for 300 yards. 5 interceptions, a QBR of 21.2. That is terrible. And you've had some better games throughout this season so far, Kyle McCord, but this was a really bad loss. And you looked absolutely terrible in this game. 5 interceptions, 3 of them that you threw went to the house. And you had 4 in the first half. Yeah. That future ain't looking too bright for you right now. Not too bright. Not too bright. This is why a lot of Ohio State fans were glad to have you up out of there. Ryan Day did a good job to be able to win games with you at quarterback, but this ain't nothing. We ain't praising you right now. You got an opportunity to get out of this. You know, you play another good stretch of games, and then boom, you're out of the doghouse. But right now, you're the first to get the call. So Kyle McCord, Syracuse quarterback. You're in the doghouse. My guy, you in the doghouse. Okay. Next up, NFL team. I already talked about, what's happening in their perspective division. 2 of their teams are in the playoff picture right now. They haven't won a division game just yet. They lost to the Bengals most recently. Lost to the Browns. Lost to the Cowboys. Lost to the Giants. Only team they beat. It's only one team they beat. Cleveland Browns look terrible, man. Look terrible. And that's what we're talking about. Cleveland Browns. You guys have yet to score 20 points in a game this season. The only team to not have scored 20 points in the game this season, but you're allowing teams to score 23 points per game. You've given up more, you've given up more first downs than what you've gained. Third down efficiency is not good at 23%. You're better on fourth down, 61% from fourth down, but hey, you only attempted 18 of them. So I will hope it's good. You give up more yards per game. You got some sacks. So the defense is still kind of is there a little bit. Gave up more rushing yards. I mean, hopefully that changes with Nick Chubb finally being back. Gave up almost 500 yards more to your opponent this season. And you guys only have one win right now. Just one. One win. Cleveland Browns stink right now. It does not look good. And this is Deshaun Watson is now out for the rest of the season. You got Jameis Winston in that quarterback. This right here tells you that you should have kept Joe Flacco in case of something like this happens. Because your offense might actually be flowing now. And now you done traded away Amari Cooper. Jerry Jeudy is pretty much your number one wide receiver now. I guess you guys are tanking for the season. I mean, hey, they said that you might be in position to draft Shedeur Sanders, so guess you gotta wait. But I mean, you're gonna do that and you still owe Deshaun Watson a lot of money, fully guaranteed. Woo! Don't know what to say for you, but that's just what it is for you right now. And that's exactly what you guys are going through. You just have to, the offense got to get going and the defense got to step up a little bit more. But your offense got to score. Your offense is what hurts your defense. The more 3 and outs you give up, the more turnovers you give up. Stuff like this is going to happen. So you're in the doghouse for this week. Cleveland Browns. I mean, your dogs, so you should be used to being in the doghouse. But this is not for a good reason. So Cleveland Browns are in the doghouse. My guy, you in the doghouse. All right, and we got one last candidate for the doghouse. Oh, and the Cleveland Browns are the third worst team in the league. So you got that too. There was another college football game that came on between an unbeaten team and a team that hasn't won a game yet. Now, when you see that, normally you believe that the undefeated team is pretty much going to win, right? Well, that didn't happen in this case. And that's one because Liberty's defense is not good. So Liberty University football team is in the doghouse for this week. You lost against an 0-6 Kennesaw State team. And the crazy thing is you were more efficient and you still lost the game. You have more total yards, more passing yards, more rushing yards. You did have a turnover. You did throw an interception. And they won the time of possession. They ran the ball more than you did, but still you have more yards. I mean, they had more yards per pass because you threw the ball 40 times. They only threw it 20, so they were more efficient as far as that. They got one more first down than you, so that wasn't a big difference. You went forward on third down 5 times and got 3 of them. You were more efficient there, but your defense just couldn't stop them. The defense couldn't stop them, and then the interception didn't help you. This Kennesaw State has not won a game this year. Well, didn't win the game until they came in to beat y'all. And yeah, they were at home, but there's no way y'all should have lost that game, man. Y'all either weren't focused or y'all took the competition lightly. Teams tend to do that sometimes, and I just don't understand it. I'm not a football player. I'm not a professional player. Never have been, but I don't know. Even recreationally, I always make sure I play, serious all the time. It could be why I gotta, tore my meniscus a couple years ago. Hey, happens. But Liberty, man, and then you had 9 penalties for 100 yards. That hurt you too. 9 penalties for 100 yards. That's basically a little over 10 yards a penalty. So it's hurting you every single time. You're either giving up 10 yards or you're losing 10 yards. Each penalty, just about. That's just wrong. It's just not good at all. Not good. And it's got to change. Like I said, I mean, you're 5-1, so it's not like you don't have an opportunity to get out of this, but the defense needs to step up immediately. Immediately. So get yourselves together and you'll be fine. Other than that, you are the last of this time to be put in the doghouse for this week. So Liberty football team, Liberty University football team, you are now in the doghouse. My guy, you in the doghouse. And now we talk about the big dogs. The ones that show up when they're called upon. The ones that do their jobs no matter what. They don't care what the moment is. And they're not going to make every single shot or make every single play. But you'll never doubt that they're out there doing their best to win games. You never doubt it. It's going to be amazing to talk about these group of guys and this lady that took over when need be or are taking over and doing what they need to do to put their teams in position to win. It's time to talk about the big dogs. Time to talk about the big dogs. This here is the reason why I love doing this show. This woman just was a part of something that a lot of young women now that are now going to the WNBA want to be a part of, and that's to be a part of a winning team. Well, the New York Liberty, if you don't know, now you will know, the New York Liberty just won their very, very first WNBA championship in their franchise's history. And you know who was the Finals MVP? Of course, Jonquil Jones. Jonquil Jones in the finals averaged 18 points per game, 8 rebounds, shooting 50, 56, 43, 100 splits. Did you hear what I said? 56, 43, 100. Young Katie is what Joe calls her. My guy Joe. Appreciate you tuning in. She has the second most, tied now with Maya Moore, with the second most 15 points game on at least 50% shooting with 11. The two behind her are Sylvia Fowles and Breonna Stewart. And guess what? Her and Breonna Stewart just won their very first WNBA championship. And she was the WNBA Finals MVP. You know what? In the last game, she put up 17 points and 6 rebounds, 5 of 10 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3. Game 4, 21 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 of 5 from 3, 7 of 10 from the field. Balling. Game 3 kind of was down a little bit, but the team won the game. 13 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 of 10 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3. Game 2, 14 points, 9 rebounds and assists, 6 of 13 from the field, didn't make a 3. And in game 1, I feel like was probably her best game. Double-double, and they went away from her. Don't know why. Or they didn't start with her immediately when they should have, and I feel like they would have won that game. Jonquil Jones, it was 24 and 10, 3 assists, 9 of 14 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3. And Joe, thank you for bringing this up, because I said 56, 43, and 100 splits. Shooting 100% from the free throw line for the entire series is ridiculous. It's an incredible feat to go 100% from the free throw line in the WNBA in the finals. I can't wait until next season when they finally go to 7 games and they're extending it. Oh Lord, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. This is a game 7 WNBA finals. I don't think y'all realize. I don't think y'all realize exactly how exciting that's going to be, because depending on who's in the finals, it's going to be crazy. Just imagine how crazy it'd be if Caitlin Clark was in the finals. Just imagine how crazy the crowd would get, how crazy the views would get. And they had really good views this time too. But it would be on another level. My goodness. And then what if it's Angel Reese in the WNBA finals? Whoo! Just we Sabrina got her ring now. Sabrina Ionescu. Breonna Stewart got her ring. Jonquil Jones got her ring. You know, shoot, this Minnesota team, the Fisa Collier, cooking. Think about the Connecticut Sun, the Dejanay Carrington. She go get her a ring next year. Oh my, yo, I'm telling you. And then Cameron Brink is gonna be back. Imagine if the Sparks make it go to the finals after she, you know, her second season in the league, they go to the finals. Woo! Man, Jonquil Jones did her thing in this finals. She did her thing in this finals, and it was amazing to see. She balled out, and I couldn't go this week without making her a dog. I couldn't at all. So she gets the first call, the first doghouse growl of the week goes to John Court Jones. Welcome to the Dogs. Next up. This man. He's already been featured before. He's going to be featured again this week. On the road against his former team. And it didn't look good in the first quarter. Then he just turned on the Jets. Saquon Barkley. My fantasy football MVP, but it didn't help me get to a win, but just know he's the best player on the team. 176 rushing yards and a touchdown against his former team in the New York Giants in MetLife Stadium, where Daniel Jones still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass in a while. But this is about Saquon. Saquon is having a phenomenal season. All the Eagles have to do is make sure he's implemented in the game and running the ball at least 20 times a game. At minimum. Saquon Barkley is that good. He's a generational talent. He can run you over. He can run past you. He can stiff arm you. He can juke you. He can catch out of the backfield. He can catch on the wide out. He's a phenomenal talent. And he's a star in Philly. You may even say he's the best player on the team. AJ Brown will have an argument with that, and some people will argue Jalen Hurts. Saquon Barkley is an awesome football player, and he just went bonkers on the Giants. It was one of the best games I've ever seen from Saquon, from a player going against his former team. I'll say that. From a player going against his former team, it was one of the best games I've ever seen. Because the Eagle, he took it personal. He took that personal. In that game, 17 carries, 176 yards, 10 yards to carry. And that 55-yard long run that he had, woo! I didn't think he was going to get stopped. I didn't think he was going to get stopped. I really didn't. I did not think he was going to get stopped. This game was got to a point where Kenny Pickett got into the game. And Saquon didn't even want. He could have got the rushing record, but he was like, "Nah, it's all good. I didn't did enough. I did enough. I beat him up enough. They're gonna see this again when it come to the link, and I play them again this season. This is just the first glimpse of that. But I might go for another 130, 140, 150 against them in Philly. So, but Saquon Barkley, need I say more? Welcome back to the Dogs, Saquon Barkley. This next player, I'm almost certain that I'm going to get some flack for putting this guy in there, or maybe not, but I'm not a part of the crew. Some call it FJA. And you might see some pirate flags somewhere in the comments if Carl's watching, or Tomo. Tomo might be asleep. I don't know. But he's an MVP candidate this year, and he deserves it. His team leads the AFC East. They won AFC East last year and the year before. What a turnaround for Josh Allen. What a turnaround for Josh Allen. He is now at least top 3, top 2 MVP candidate right now. Now, the reason why he's not number 1, we'll talk about that later. But Josh Allen is having a really good season so far. Yeah, we can put a bet on that. I'm glad you're here, but we can put a bet on that, sir. We can put a bet on that. I'm glad you tuned into my show, Today's Doghouse. I appreciate you, Mr. Top Notch. But to me, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Josh Allen has 12 touchdowns and 0 interceptions so far this season. 12 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Mm. 12 touchdowns, 0 interceptions for Josh Allen. That's incredible in itself. Josh Allen, no turnovers, no interceptions, tied for first in the league, and number 1 in QBR right now. almost 1,500 passing yards. I mean, he'll surpass that in this game. I don't think he throws for less than 17 yards. That would be crazy. You know, they go into Seattle and play Seattle this Sunday. Wonder how that's gonna go. But you never know how it could go. He has a 63 completion percentage. Oh, what's up, Trent? Good dub today by Miami, by the way. We just got to make sure we build on that. 1,483 passing yards. Man. Josh Allen is having a phenomenal season so far, man. Last game against the Titans, he had 116 quarterback rating. Then against the Jets, it was 127.9. 2 before that was bad. Against Houston and Baltimore was the two of his worst. He had a 56 quarterback rate, passer rating against Houston, and then Baltimore when they got blown out by Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, and the Ravens. He had 73.9. But then other than that, he started off with a 137.7 against Arizona, 107.1 against Miami, and 142.1 against Jacksonville. Now, I mean, the 2 best teams he's played against is Baltimore and Houston. So all those other teams you're really supposed to be good against. And the Jets just don't look the same this year, at least defensively. So we got that. This here, 108 passer rating so far in the season right now. 1,400 plus pass yards, 12 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. A team that he's on a team that a lot of people pick to say they're going to make it to the Super Bowl, even though they haven't gotten there yet. But now Josh Allen is looking like what people say he is, and he now has another top receiver with Amari Cooper coming over there. They drafted Keon Coleman out of Florida State. So you got that going for him too. So it's going to be a really good season. If he continues this, I don't think he's going to go the entire season without throwing an interception. In the last game, I mean, he could have thrown 3 of them, but at the end of the day, he didn't. They didn't catch it. So that's not on him. But he's having a really good game. Really good season so far. So, Josh Allen, it's your first time here. But hey, welcome to the Dogs. All right, now I'll be back. I'm going to play a little commercial. Then I'll finish with my last 3. So, do you think?
Yo, my name is Lambo Anlo.
This is Dimitri.
This is Ed Hahn.
My name is Daryl Julian, and this is
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we live in different views. Look till we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running, toes they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win, apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse.
All right, now we're coming down to the last part of the dogs for the week. Teddy, I'm sorry. Not sorry. But your team made it, so I gotta talk about them. Yankees. New York Yankees are dogs. One of the best teams in the majors were able to just about sweep their way. Not exactly, but they pretty much play the best baseball in the AL. So now they're in the World Series. So you got to talk about the Yankees. Aaron Judge, who's going to be in the race for MVP in the AL. Some people are thinking about Bobby Witt Jr., but I think it's going to be Aaron Judge. Carlos Rodon, Alex Verdugo. You got Hill. You got Gleyber Torres. You got some really good players on this team. Aaron Boone does make some boneheaded decisions sometimes, but it paid off to get him to the World Series at least. Now a lot of teams consider they get here. Not a lot of teams are able to say that. You know, you Teddy, you predicted it. You predicted it from the beginning of the season. When y'all got Juan Soto, you said that we're going to go to the World Series this year. And look at where y'all are. Y'all in the World Series, man. Y'all are here now. I would love for y'all to not be here, but you are now. So there's nothing I can do about it. Now I just hope they lose. So the Yankees they just had a phenomenal season this year. One of the best, like I said, one of the best teams in the league. They were winning games without their ace in the beginning of the season. You know, Giancarlo Stanton is having an awesome postseason. I believe they say he leads the entire postseason. He has the most homers in postseason history for the Yankees, I believe. Ooh. You got to think about the guys that play for the Yankees. You got Derek Jeter, Alex Rodriguez, Babe Ruth. And he's number one. That's a tough thing it's a tough feat. It's a tough feat. But the Yankees have gotten there. And that's pretty much the reason why I have to. You got to talk about these guys. They've just continued to win and win and win. I believe they were 8-2 or 7-3 in their last 10 games of the season. Then they go on and just win their way all the way here. All the way here. So it's congratulations to the New York Yankees, as much as I hate to say that. But Congratulations to the New York Yankees. You guys are dogs for this week. So you get the growl. And then the team you're going up against, who happens to be up 2-0 right now, took care of home plate, I'll say, and are now winning, right? Are now leading the World Series 2-0, the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers are one of the best teams in the league. They're the best team in the NL, the National League of Baseball, and are now in the World Series and leading it 2-0 against the New York Yankees. In the playoffs right now, Mookie Betts leads them in home runs with 4 and RBIs with 13. Edmund leads them in batting average, and their pitchers are playing phenomenal. Max Muncy is going to make some plays. We saw the grand slam home run walk-off from Freddie Freeman last night. What an amazing game that was from start to finish. I watched every single pitch. That was a great game. That was a great game. Kike Hernandez, Teo Oscar Hernandez made some key plays. Max Muncy has some key at-bats. This postseason, Max Muncy is right behind him with 3, along with Ohtani. And, Ohtani got injured tonight. Hopefully he's able to be okay. Look like they're calling it a shoulder injury. So just hoping that he doesn't have to have Tommy John again or anything like that. Let's hope that Ohtani is good and he's able to be okay. Hopefully it's not too serious. But the Dodgers are looking like the best team in baseball. And if you look at how it was going in the season, these two teams were in that conversation just about the entire year. Dodgers were 98-64 this year with a 60.5% winning percentage this year. Last 10 games in the regular season, they were 8-10, 52-29 at home, 46-35 away. So they, best team in the NL West, in the same division with the Padres, the Diamondbacks, the Giants, and the Rockies. And this is the best team out of that. And they had a tremendous offseason getting Yamamoto, getting Shohei Ohtani. Make sure Freddie Freeman is back. Mookie Betts came, was out for a while, came back and, pretty much didn't miss a beat. This team is really, really good. Really, really good. Jack Flaherty had a great World Series 1 game. And then Yamamoto, pretty much did the same thing last night. Getting his last 11 batters out. So phenomenal year for the Dodgers so far, but it's not done. It's not done. You still got another game to play. So do what you got to do to win the World Series and ruin the Yankee season for me and all Red Sox fans and all other baseball fans that don't like the Yankees. Let's get it done. Los Angeles Dodgers, welcome to the Dogs. All right. Last but not least, and I'm going to leave this without bringing a video up because he is the dog of the week, and it's not his first time being on here. young quarterback out of Miami. Played college ball just a while back. He's a two-time MVP in the NFL. The quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens out of Louisville, Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson ranks at the top for all quarterbacks. First in total yards, first in passer rating, first in net yards per attempt, first in adjusted yards per attempt, second in passing touchdowns, second in yards per attempt, second in yards per catch, and second in passing success rate. These are all passing numbers except for total yards. Everything else is passing numbers. Lamar Jackson is a great quarterback. Is that quarterbacky enough for you? Is that quarterbacky enough for you? $1,800 yards passing so far this year, 15 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and he's number 2 in QBR, just right behind Josh Allen. But this MVP is the only one that's beaten someone else in the MVP race, or 2 other people in the MVP race. Because there's a rookie that a lot of people are talking about as well that could be in that race. He was featured on my show before, Jaden Daniels. But Lamar Jackson has been the best quarterback so far this year. As far as who's been playing, Lamar Jackson's been the best quarterback this year. And I feel like that will continue if they continue to play the way that they play and continue to implement Derrick Henry in this. But Lamar Jackson, right now, who's leading the MVP race, leading the AFC North right now with the Baltimore Ravens, you know, Derrick Henry, Rashad Bateman, Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely, Justice Hill, Zay Flowers. You got Marlon Humphrey back there, Kyle Hamilton, Roquan Smith. These guys, this is a phenomenal team. And Lamar Jackson is the best player on this team. And he is the dog of the week. Welcome back, Lamar Jackson. That is it for my show for this week. And may you guys have a great day. Appreciate you all for tuning in. Trent, I hope you're here after y'all lose Sunday night. That's all I'm going to say. So other than that, see you guys next time.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.
My guy, you in the doghouse.